I was extremely concerned when we started seeing individuals show up at rallies outside state legislatures and the next inside state legislatures brandishing firearms. And then, of course, we saw the attempted coup on January 6th, and there was a cache of firearms that was maintained nearby that, thank goodness, wasn't brought into play.
This fall, the Supreme Court is tackling the first major Second Amendment case it's heard since 2008. And an expansive ruling in this case could really open the floodgates to a significantly heightened national security threat, because responsible gun safety legislation is something that has been protecting local jurisdictions and states and government actors, including law enforcement, ever since the founding of this country.
This is not a Republican or Democratic issue or a liberal or conservative issue. It's a counterterrorism issue. If the authorities in New York think that they need this lawful authority, which I believe is permitted under the Second Amendment, to help prevent international or domestic terrorist attacks, they ought to be given the deference to do that.
From 2009 to 2020, over 80% of the mass shootings in the United States involved a handgun.
The United States is unique almost in that we're a terror target, and a person can get a semi-automatic handgun with a 30-round extended magazine, for example, with extremely little oversight from the authorities in most states and cities. The enemy knows this, and it's something that can be used to kill over a dozen people in a moment, as happened at Fort Hood or as happened at the Pulse nightclub.
As a former national security official at the Department of Justice and someone who still cares deeply about our national security and political violence, I'm particularly concerned that an expansive ruling in this case against the city of New York would open up the floodgates for some jurisdictions to allow for concealed carrying without any permit whatsoever. If that then ties the hands of local officials in target-rich areas like New York City, Washington, D.C., etc., then we have a significantly increased national security threat.